defeat. And let's expect a very aggressive matchup today.
As first possession goes to Season, who pulls up immediately for 3 and misses that shot. As Taguig retains possession. Parañaque gets possession, their first possession of the ball game. Castro set the inbound to Lim. Newly minted MVP of the season, Aliana Lim, as she loses the basketball immediately. So again, Taguig, just like what you said earlier, Kara, in the fourth quarter yesterday, their defense got them into this game by forcing a lot of turnovers for Parañaque. So will that be a factor today in this ball game?
Okay, so I did talk to the Lady Generals before their game started, and they did promise that today they will work twice as hard on defense and add extra pressure to the Lady Aces. As we've seen earlier, there was a steal, there were a few turnovers already being committed by the Lady Aces because of the pressure defense that the Taguig Lady Generals have been applying on them.
So let's see if that will maintain in the entire game. Like you said yesterday, they didn't shoot the ball particularly well. You said 20% from the field for the Taguig Generals, but they only lost by 7 points. So, you know, a lot of silver linings, if you can say it that way, for the Taguig Lady Generals as they get their first 2 points of the ball game. Parañaque again needs to handle this full court defense of the Lady Generals. They get across half court. Aliana Lim now with the basketball again. Trying to be aggressive, crosses over, and draws the foul. So just a regular foul on Taguig. As Parañaque is set to inbound now. Parañaque finds Castro in the middle. Ball gets tapped away. So again, kind of very aggressive defense from the Lady Generals.
Another turnover committed. And of course, you can see them give even Claire Castro a hard time in the paint.
But Aliana Lim is there to clean up the basket and gets that put back to go for the first points of Parañaque. The Lady Generals now with the basketball. Kapilit passing the ball around. Gets it to Season. Inside. Trying to find an open teammate. Del Carmen passes it inside. Castro, too big, gets that block. And she steps out of bounds. So Parañaque will get the ball back for this possession after really great defense by their team.
As you saw earlier in your screen, there was Claire Castro's block. That was one of the reasons why the Lady Generals really had a hard time penetrating to the basket in yesterday's Game 1 of the finals, because Claire Castro was always there and always present to block their shots.
As Aliana Lim gets another basket, playing extra aggressive today against the defense of Taguig. And as sabi mo nga, Kara, Claire Castro's just not giving Taguig problems. She gave everybody problems this whole season. Every single team problems this season. As Angeles draws the foul. That was a late call by the referees. Taguig doesn't agree, but Parañaque says she was definitely fouled. But Kara, let's see this highlight by Aliana Lim. As Aliana Lim steps inside for a short floater, giving them a 2-point lead. So Parañaque trying to figure out this defense of Taguig so far. Scoring a couple of points now, getting to the line. Angeles misses on the first free throw. Let's see this play. So looks like definitely a foul on that play, even though the referees called it late.
Of course, Duazo got a piece of her head there.
As that putback doesn't go, so Parañaque misses both at the free throw line. So Del Carmen now handles the basketball for the Lady Generals. Del Carmen with a double crossover, drives inside for a beautiful layup, everything but the shot. Castro secures it as Aliana Lim breaks away, gets it to Angeles. Angeles, though, fumbles the basketball, but Lim is there trying to get the rebound, but Taguig dodges a bullet. That was an easy opportunity for Parañaque. Season pulls up from 3. That is good for Janet Season.
That's something we missed from Janet Season yesterday, actually, in their first game. She was pretty quiet yesterday. She only got 3 points at the end of the game. And this early, she already got her first 3. So let's expect more from Janet Season today, as she is also newly minted as one of the Mythical 5 members. And there is your Mythical 5 member, Janet Season, making her first 3-pointer of the game. Expect more from her today.
So very uncharacteristically of Janet Season to just score 3 points in one game. So let's see if she'll play better. And she gave them a lead after that big 3-point shot as Marichu Bacaro comes in now off the bench, replacing Del Carmen for the Lady Generals, as they need to bring the ball in. As Bacaro gets it now. Bacaro attacking over Castro, and Castro just blocks that basketball. Angeles, pass is too strong but recovers. Bacaro gets it again. But again, Castro is there. Short jumper, doesn't go for Kapilit. Bacaro gets the offensive rebound and draws the foul. Persistence paying off for Taguig, getting multiple possessions.
And there you go again, Marichu Bacaro, never giving up on a play. A while ago, I asked her what we can expect from her today, and she said we can expect a 110% performance from her today. So it's not just 100%, you're going to expect more than 100% from her. And she's actually showing it this early in the game.
So making a difference immediately after just checking into the ball game. Marichu Bacaro gives him a 2-point lead, as it's a win or go home situation for Taguig. So everybody's going to be pushing 110, 120% Kara for sure in this game.
It's whoever wants the game more in this game.
As we see Taguig flying around on defense, but Castro is there for that easy putback. There Castro towers over everybody, just getting easy shots.
Well, if you are standing at 6'4" and you're the tallest in the league, of course you're gonna have to get that. But then there you go again, Marichu Bacaro, making the shot over Claire Castro. As you can see on your screen, very fearless. Even if there's a 6'4" player, she's half her size actually. So Marichu Bacaro, fearless.
What a play by Bacaro. Gets that floater to go. Immediately a spark plug off the bench for the Taguig Lady Generals, as they now have a 3-point lead. Yana Lim gets it to Castro. Lim gets it back. You have to get it across. Taguig playing very aggressive defense. Reyes drives left, loses the basketball. Look at this defense by Taguig, as they're just diving to the basketball every chance they get, and they force the turnover, Kara.
You know, the Taguig Lady Generals really, really take pride in their defense, and today they're really showing that. As compared to yesterday, they're starting the game early and aggressive. They wanted to start strong, and they're really showing it right now.
But again, Aliana Lim comes away with a steal, trying to go all the way. Lim, layup. Too strong for Lim. Rare miss on an open layup for Aliana Lim. Bacaro again doesn't realize somebody was behind her, but they maintain possession. Inbound now for Taguig. Bacaro, open shot. Bacaro takes it, but Castro couldn't secure the rebound, so Taguig will maintain possession. So we have a quick timeout called by Taguig as the Lady Generals are up by 3. 5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. As we see stats from Janeth Season, who averages 9 points, around 5 rebounds per game. But as you said, Kara, yesterday, she struggled from the field in the entire game.
Yes, Janet Season only scored 3 points yesterday, the whole game. And that's what the Taguig Lady Generals really missed, because she usually averages around 11 points per game, especially in the elimination round. So let's hope that Janet Season steps up today with added confidence because of her Mythical 5 award.
She already made 1 3-pointer in this ball game so far, and a loose ball foul is called on the Parañaque Lady Aces. As the Taguig Lady Generals so far playing with more energy to start this ball game. Ball being passed around. Kapilit drives inside, draws the foul, will go to the free throw line. So the Lady Aces already 4 team fouls for their team. So one more and they're in the penalty. So that's going to be a factor for the rest of the first quarter as Kapilit heads to the free throw line.
And this is another player that the Lady Generals missed yesterday. One of their leading scorers, Tin Kapilit. She was locked down by the Lady Aces defense, and right now she's trying to make her presence felt again. As she finished yesterday 9 points only as compared to her usual 11.5 points per game average.
So Kapilit makes 2 free throws for Taguig, who has a 5-point lead, as Parañaque has struggled to get shots up because of this swarming defense so far of the Lady Generals. They're really active in playing defense this game. 3-point shot is good for Parañaque as they break the drought and claw within 2 points.
And there you go, AJ Gloriani promising earlier before the game that she would actually try to make those outside shots again, which was a huge factor for the Lady Aces in yesterday's game.
Picking up from where she left off yesterday, hitting her first 3 of the ball game. Taguig tries to answer back. That is too strong. Lim secures the rebound. Parañaque now bringing the ball down, trying to tie or take a lead on this possession. Under 4 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Parañaque almost lost the basketball. Reyes cross court. Another 3. Too short. Rebound this time goes to Kapilit, and Kapilit just gets fouled on that
Smart
attempt.
play by Kapilit there. She saw the bigger Galicia coming at her, and she actually went and draw the foul. And there you go on your screens. AJ Gloriani still hot from yesterday's game. She dropped 3 of 3 from the 3-point arc, and she's continuing it now with her first 3 of the game.
But here's an interesting development, as I said earlier, Kara. Taguig now in the penalty, so it's shots for them the entire way for the end of the first quarter.
I believe this is one of the reasons why the Taguig Lady Generals wanted to start strong. They wanted to keep attacking the basket, especially now that Claire Castro is on the bench. You can expect the Taguig Lady Generals to continue attacking the basket with Claire Castro out, because that's going to be an open lane for them and less shot blocking for them.
As we already saw, Claire Castro just erase 2 shots early in this game. But again, the Lady Generals putting up a fight. They're still up by 3 points. Really playing with a lot of passion. Here's Gloriani. Tries to go back-to-back. That misses, but they get the ball back. Inside again. Parañaque to Lim. Lim, open layup. That is good for Aliana Lim.
Very high percentage shot for Aliana Lim. You can expect a lot of that from her today. especially after getting that mythical 5 and MVP award. She's going to prove herself that she can come off this season undefeated.
As we know, Karen, you also played, of course, in this season of the WNBL. How hard is it to defend against somebody like Aliana Lim in the ball
Well,
game?
I did actually defend Aliana Lim this season because we were playing the same position, or I don't know.
You get cross-matched with her.
Yeah, but it was always Aliana Lim as my matchup, and she has a very high IQ. She's not that quick, but her IQ is very high. So you can. She's a very experienced player. She's played internationally so many times, and of course she always brings that to the court. She always brings that to every game, telling us that, hey, I'm not someone to mess with. I'm one of the best Filipina ballers here in the Philippines. So there you go, Aliana Lim with a bullet pass though.
What a pass by Lim. They just couldn't finish. Again, look, 4 players from Taguig jumping to the basketball, but no foul called. So they will turn the ball over back to Parañaque. So Parañaque will have possession with 14 seconds on the shot clock. 2:41 remaining here in the first quarter. Aliana Lim still not getting any rest this first quarter. She's been in the entire quarter. Gloriani passes to the corner, gets the ball back. Nice passing by Parañaque. Lim gets it inside again, beats the shot clock for another 2 points. Taguig now with the basketball. Now down by 1.
As you said earlier, Aliana Lim still not sitting out this game. She's built for heavy minutes.
If their coach can probably play her the entire 40 minutes, they would play her the entire 40 minutes in theater. Again, penalty situation. So Taguig can take advantage of all these trips to the free throw line, getting free points for their team. Carmen is short on the first free throw. So 1 free throw can tie this for the Lady Aces. As the referees are discussing something on the floor. As Aliana Lim finally gets her first bout of rest on this free throw. And let's see what our referees are talking about. As I think they're going to be calling a technical foul on somebody from Parañaque. We're just waiting for the official announcement by the referees. Again, very high emotional, high stakes finals game. Everybody knows it's either you win or you go home for Taguig. So we have a technical foul called on the team manager of the Parañaque Lady Aces. So Bacaro will head to the free throw line for those free shots. So the Lady Generals, Cara, getting a lot of opportunities at the line.
Something they need right now, because if they can't drive an attack to the basket, and if their shots won't go in, these free throws will actually help them pull through the game.
So again, they can take the lead now after Bacaro made that shot, and Del Carmen will shoot another free throw for Taguig. This one is for the lead. But that rims out. Parañaque gets the ball. Parañaque trying to run. And that goes out of bounds.
Another turnover.
So again, Parañaque with a lot of turnovers. As we saw from the stats that you were talking about earlier, Cara, they had 37 turnovers yesterday, even though they won the game.
And that was one of the reasons why Taguig Lady Generals were able to come back from
a big deficit.
A big deficit, yes. So the Lady Aces earlier, they did mention that that's something they needed to work on, and that's something they wanted to work on today. But early in this game, it looks like that the Taguig Lady Generals are actually putting too much pressure on their on the Lady Aces.
And again, Parañaque with another turnover and back-to-back possessions. And it's rare to win a game where you have 37 turnovers. So that's something to watch out for, as Taguig can really play better this game. And they're doing so right now.
Another rare thing with 37 turnovers is that this Parañaque Lady Aces team is a team full of experienced players. So you'd be shocked to see them commit 37 turnovers as a team.
Aliana Lim, by herself, had 7 turnovers yesterday.
One of the leading turnovers in yesterday's game, Aliana Lim.
So they're going to have to clean that up. But Taguig right now giving them a fight as it's a tied ball game. A pretty low scoring first quarter for both teams. Only 13 points by both of them, as Taguig not taking advantage of their trips to the line by missing 4 free throws already in the last couple of possessions. Gloriani having a hard time handling the basketball, but that is too aggressive by Taguig.
Great effort by Taguig though, knowing that AJ Gloriani, one of the better ball handlers in this game.
As we have a timeout called on the floor, we'll be back in a bit. The Lady Generals and the Lady Aces are tied at 13. Back to the ball game as Taguig and Parañaque are tied at 13 with 1:10 remaining here in the first quarter. As both of these teams still struggling to find some rhythm in this ball game. As Gloriani gets the basketball, being guarded by Bacaro, gets it to the post. Nice cut inside. That layup doesn't go. Taguig comes away with it. Del Carmen now pushing the basketball. Del Carmen being aggressive. Attacking, kicks it out to Bacaro. Drive inside. Taguig just misses that layup. Rebound by Parañaque, but Taguig is there again, poking the ball away. Bacaro swings it. Ventura. Ventura, what a hop step by Ventura. Just couldn't complete the layup. So multiple opportunities by Taguig, missing on those layups, Caro.
They really have to convert those layups because with Claire Castro still out, they have to take advantage of that chance to actually make those layups.
As Bacaro gets called for a loose ball foul. 33.6 seconds remaining here in the first. Both teams tied at 13. Gloriani now again with the basketball. To Ventura. He's hounded. Nice steal by Taguig. Kapilit ahead of the pack. Layup, and she gets fouled on that play. Very aggressive offense by Lorraine Kapilit. A turnover so far, 7 for the Lady Aces, 3 for the Generals. Kapilit misses again, so that's 5 free throws missed by Taguig. So 3 shots for them as Kapilit breaks that drought, gets a point, and gives him the lead. Fast break opportunity for Parañaque. That doesn't go for Gloriani. Rebound by Taguig. That is another foul by Parañaque. So again, 2 more shots for the Lady Generals.
And there you see on your screens Wiz Duazo being very aggressive on the defensive rebound and getting herself to the line with the foul. So yesterday, Wiz Duazo, her presence was felt late in the fourth quarter, which was very much needed by the Lady Generals to come back. In finals game 1, she racked up 11 points and 8 rebounds, but it was too late. Again, too late. The same story with Marichu Bacaro. They were too late. So let's hope that they can actually convert early in this ball game.
As Gloriani hits on the buzzer-beating floater to give the Lady Aces a 1-point lead after 1 quarter, as you see some highlights from Aliana Lim to start the ball game. But Season hits on a big 3 to start this quarter, as you see Claire Castro with that easy shot inside. But Marichu Bacaro gave them a bit of a spark as she entered the ball game, as the Lady Aces lead it by 1, 15-14. This is the Pia Cayetano WNBL season 2021. As we see on screen, Jonna Sultan, our newly minted WBO Intercontinental Bantamweight Champion, watching the games here as he's enjoying basketball. Of course, a lot of our boxers also enjoy playing basketball here in the Philippines, so that goes hand in hand. So that's really a great opportunity for the NBL to welcome him here. Thank you to Jonna Sultan for joining us here on the court as we start the second quarter with Parañaque up by 1 point against the Taguig Lady Generals. Parañaque finding a way to take a lead after that first quarter. Taguig, Kara, as you were talking about it earlier, not taking advantage of their trips at the line.
So the Taguig Lady Generals are actually shooting so far in this game. They are shooting 7 of 16 from the free throw line. Imagine if they perfected that those trips to the line, they would be up by more than just double digits in this game.
So Taguig missed opportunities for their team to take a lead here. So they just settled for a 1-point deficit, as they've been really missing those shots at the line. And Parañaque forces the turnover, gets the ball back, but they almost lose it again on that play. But they recover.
You really have to commend the defense of the Taguig Lady Generals here. They're really showing their aggressiveness early in this game. They're showing the Parañaque Lady Aces that they're not backing down. They want to fight for Game 3 finals.
As Taguig secures the basketball off of a good defensive possession. Del Carmen inside. Taguig, where will they find some offense? Gandalia, nice fake on the handoff. Open 3-point shot is almost good for Taguig, just rims out. That goes back to Kapilit. Taguig retains possession. Kapilit to the corner. Taguig struggling from the field goal as Del Carmen misses again. Parañaque now running. Gloriani to the corner. Angeles pulls up for 3. No go. So both teams struggling to shoot in this ball game.
As you've mentioned, Andre, both teams are struggling to shoot, as the Taguig Lady Generals have only made 1 of 4 3-point attempts in this game, while the Lady Aces have only made 1 of 3 as well. So let's see how this ball game goes.
But on cue, as you said, people struggling from the field. Season makes a field goal. Short stab jumper for Janet Sisa to give the Lady Generals a 1-point lead. So let's see if that gets Taguig started in this ball game. Goriani, nice pass. And that bank shot is easy for Parañaque. So both teams back-to-back field goals. That ball gets tapped away. Del Carmen breaks away from the defense. Attacks inside. Kicks it out to Capilit. Capilit, quick three. Too strong. Rebound by Parañaque. Gloriani now gets the ball back. She likes this. She steps back for three. That bounces out for Gloriani. That is an 8-second violation by the Lady Generals. As Lady Aces have picked up their defense as Aliana Lim now comes back into the ballgame. Ball is back with Parañaque. Again, Parañaque attacking. Fade away. No, rebound by Taguig. Bacaro has been quiet since her early burst. Bacaro lining up, 1-on-1, pulls up, free throw line jumper, banks it home. Nice shot by Marichu Bacaro.
That's her favorite shot, that pull-up jumper. Actually, that pull-up bank shot jumper. So you can expect a lot of that from Marichu Bacaro today.
Bacaro gives him a 1-point lead. Lim gets it. Lim takes the contact, almost made the shot, but will go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
And there you go on your screens, Marichu Bacaro with her favorite pull-up bank shot, contributing again for the Lady Generals.
Lim swishes her first free throw, ties the ball game at 18. Lim again, misses on the second attempt. Capilit gets it, being defended by Angeles. Gets it to Bacaro. Bacaro trying to be aggressive. Breaks away from the defense, draws the foul, will go to the free throw line. Good play by Marichu Bacaro.
And once again, her 110% performance is showing early in this game. It's still the second quarter, and you can see Marichu Bacaro putting pressure on the Lady Aces defense.
Really a ball of energy. That's what Marichu Bacaro brings to the Taguig Lady Generals as she hits on her first free throw. Claire Castro now checking back in for Parañaque. So again, this changes things for Taguig as Claire Castro comes back into the ball game. Lim gets it inside to Angeles. Parañaque breaks down that defense easily, but Bacaro almost tapped it away from Lim. Castro inside, just too big for everybody. Castro, easy shot. Season having trouble bringing the ball down. Capilit manages to cross it half court. Nice cut inside by Season, but that is another block by Claire Castro. Angeles drops it off. Lim with a layup plus the foul.
And there you go on your screens. Claire Castro with the block to the transition offense of Aliana Lim. Very strong offense, very strong drive. As you saw Aliana Lim flex earlier after that drive.
And look at this offensive rebound by Castro. Leads to an easy shot for Parañaque as Alcoy gets that shot. off of a offensive rebound by Lim, who passes it to Castro and gets it to Alcoy. Lady Aces now up by 4. We'll be back in a bit. This is the WNBL. As you see some highlights of our awarding ceremony earlier, we saw our Mythical 5 get awarded, as well as our Rookie of the Year and our MVP. We see Riza Palmera D, our Rookie of the Year, plus Aliana Lim, our MVP for the season. As we awarded our winners, we have Carla Manuel as our Sportsmanship Awardee, Chiqui Faraon, our Defensive Player, Riza D, our Rookie of the Year, as well as Araha Cison Angeles, Riza D and Aliana Lim as our Mythical 5, and of course our MVP. Well deserved for Aliana Lim, our very first Pia Cayetano WNBL Season 2021 MVP. As we're back to the ball game with Taguig facing a 4-point deficit. Bacaro. What a crossover by Bacaro. Ball just gets tapped away. We'll stay with Taguig. Taguig finally gets it to Kapilit. Ball gets tapped away. We'll stay still with Taguig. "13 seconds on the shot clock. Halfway point of our second quarter. Bacaro. Kapilit pulls up for 3. That is good for Kapilit.
And there you go, Tin Kapilit making her first 3 of the game. So earlier I did ask their coach what their plan was for Kapilit, since yesterday's game 1 of the finals, Tin Kapilit was locked down by the Lady Aces defense. They were playing a box and 1 on her, trying to get the ball off her hands. And what they said was that they wanted to wake Tin Kapilit up, and right now it looks like they have waken her up with that 3-point shot.
But speaking of waking players up, Aliana Lim now scoring on back-to-back possessions, as Kapilit almost made that shot, but she gets fouled on the 3-point attempt, so she will go to the free throw line for 3 shots. Blocked by Claire Castro. Good recovery by Taguig, and definitely a foul on Angeles on that shot by Kapilit. Kapilit makes the first. These free throws can tie the ball game for the Lady Generals. What have you seen so far, Kyra, from the Lady Generals that they're doing a bit different this game compared to yesterday? That's why they're close against Parañaque.
So what the difference now is that they did start strong. They started stronger than yesterday, and it's very evident in their defense. With their offense, they don't give up on every single play. So I think that's a big difference for the Lady Generals today. They're adding a lot of pressure to the Lady Aces.
As we see on that play, they almost got the steal, just trying to force the ball out of the hands of Parañaque. Parañaque has had to work for a lot of their points for this game, as that shot doesn't go. Rebound by Taguig. They can take the lead on this possession. Cison again. Cison against Alcoy. To Bacaro. Nice fake by Bacaro. Where will Taguig go? They don't have a lot of time on the shot clock. 5 seconds remaining. They force the issue. They get that lefty layup to go.
Very smart play by Sophie Felizarta, attacking the rim because she has the upper hand against Claire Castro with speed. So what Felizarta did was very smart, recognizing that Claire Castro was outside the paint. Well, not technically outside the paint, but she knew that she was faster than Claire Castro. So, um, as you see here, there you go. That elbow drive from the free throw elbow drive. Very smart play by Sophie Felizarta, something that she needs to maximize in this game.
Angeles misses on the first free throw. That's true. You need to force Claire Castro to play defense and not wait for your shots to get blocked at the rim by Claire Castro. So again, good play by Felizarta as Angeles misses on both free throws. Bacaro gets the rebound.
Those are unusual misses from Angeles on the free throw line.
As Bacaro draws another foul. Angeles gets called for her third foul here in the second quarter. So that is something to watch in this ball game as Bacaro gets it again for Taguig. Yes, that is an offensive foul on the Taguig Generals. Felizarta gets subbed by Gandalia. Castro gets the basketball into Gloriani. Cross-court pass. Parañaque wants to go inside to Aliana Lim. Lim with a spin move. Lim forcing the issue. No. Good defense by Taguig. It's a 2-on-2 fast break. Bacaro. No. Rebound by Lim.
Forced shot by Bacaro there. She didn't have the numbers with her.
Nice pass by Lim to Angeles, who drains the shot and draws the foul. Wazo gets called for a foul.
There you go, Jen Angeles taking it strong to the basket. She recognized the late Duazo. And just like that, a flick of a wrist.
Angeles this time completes the three-point play to give the Lady Aces a 1-point lead. As Taguig now has possession. Season against Angeles. Gets it to Bacaro. Taguig setting up a play. They only have 6 seconds on the shot clock remaining. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Kapilit has no time. Nice steal. And that is a shot clock violation by Taguig. Taguig not getting things to go their way in the past few possessions as Parañaque trying to build a lead now. Lim again with the basketball to the corner. 3-point shot is good for Parañaque. Reyes gives them a 4-point lead. So back-to-back 3-point plays for Parañaque has given them a soft cushion. Taguig again taking their time and getting into their sets. Kapilit with 7 seconds on the shot clock. Kapilit loses it. 3 seconds on the shot clock. They had to force that one. That is good! For Gandalia, what a shot! No time left on the shot clock. Drains it from downtown. Gloriani stops on a dime. Misses that shot. Rebound by Season. Kapilit. 2-on-1 fast break. Nice passing. They just couldn't handle it. They recover. That shot finally rolls in for Taguig. Suddenly fast-paced action by both of these teams in the last few plays.
And there you go. Reyes with the 3-point shot, but then you have Gandalia answering back over the tall Claire Castro. So that's something you have to watch for with Gandalia. Gandalia has that shot and Claire Castro will have to step out and defend that shot But then Gandalia can still take advantage. If she brings Claire Castro out, she also has speed over Claire Castro, so she can take that drive to the basket with an open lane.
The Lady Generals take back the lead after being down by 4. Kapilit has it, pulls up from 3. That is short. Rebound by Gandalia. Back to Kapilit. Kapilit being guarded by Reyes. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Gandalia pulls up again. That just hits the side of the backboard, and that is Parañaque Aces ball.
Something Gandalia isn't recognizing now is that Claire Castro is going out to her. She's going out, and she has to drive that basket. She has to be more aggressive on that drive.
We'll be back. This is the WNBL Finals. Back to the ball game as you see Kapilit already with 10 points and 3 assists in this game. Efficient at the line, 7 of 9 so far for Lorraine Kapilit from the free throw line. Ball is now with Parañaque. They're down by 1 with 39.3 seconds remaining near the first half. Lim gets it. Lim gets the ball back. Nice passing by Parañaque. Just too strong on that attempt. As the ball will go back to Taguig. Bacaro with the basketball now for Taguig. Using all the time they can. Fortaleza using the screen. Kicks it out. Season for 3. Season drains the 3. 10 seconds remaining on the clock. Goriani all the way. Layup doesn't go. Rebound by Castro. Castro puts it back in. 3 seconds remaining. Bacaro. Let's see if she recognizes it. Throws it up. Doesn't go. And that is it for our very action-packed first half, as the Lady Generals fight against the Lady Aces as they're up by 2 points. As we see some highlights from Claire Castro, just dominating inside so far in this game. Look at that, really easy shots for Claire Castro. She ends up with 6 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 blocks in the first half. We'll be back in a bit for halftime. This is the WNBL Finals. The Lady Generals lead it by 2. Alright, welcome back as we have a very interesting interview. Break muna tayo ng konti from basketball as we have our new WBO Intercontinental Bantamweight Champion joining us here, Jonas Sultan. Jonas, first of all, congratulations sa pagkapanalo mo.
Thank you so much, sir.
Una-una, actually unang gusto kong tanong sa'yo, ano yung pakiramdam? Alam natin matagal bago ka nakauwi dito sa Pilipinas. Ano yung pakiramdam na ngayon na nakauwi ka na at nakasama mo na ang kapamilya mo?
Siyempre, sir, napapasalamat. Sobrang masarap sa pakiramdam na umuwi tayo na may dalang belt, galing tayo sa laban bago lang. So, sobrang saya at saka proud na nakauwi tayo.
Tsaka alam natin yung laban mo yun, medyo biglaan yung nangyari doon. Ano yung preparation mo for a fight like that? Alam natin yung kalaban mo doon, previously undefeated siya di ba?
Ayun po.
Ano yung mindset mo noon? Ano yung iniisip mo noon sa training? Hindi ka ba na parang kinabahan na undefeated yung kakalaban mo? At saka you were in Madison Square Garden. So napakalaking bagay nun.
Grabe yung yung preparation ko, yung dedication ko na talagang gusto natin na manalo kahit na wala masyadong maniniwala dahil siyempre nga underdog tayo na pumunta doon at saka alam natin na kung gusto mong manalo talaga may tiwala ka sa sarili mo saka sa Panginoon, nagdarasal palagi tayo. So yun, kayang-kaya natin. So yun, positive lang talaga sa bawat laban na darating.
At ngayon na champion ka na, ano ang plano ng isang Jonas Sultan?
Plano ko after sa panalo ko celebrate. Siyempre nagse-celebrate tayo. Pagkatapos nun Christmas muna ako, New Year, tapos pagkatapos nun next year focus naman tayo sa training para
Balik-balik.
Training naman tayo para sa darating na laban natin sa susunod.
Ayun na nga. So Jonas, live tayo nationwide, baka may gusto kong batiin.
Napapasalamat po ako sa mga fans natin, sa mga supporters, tsaka sa kay Ma'am Rose Montreal. Ma'am, thank you so much. Kung Edward Aquino at sa lahat ng sa Navarro family, kay Boss MLB na naimbita tayo sa NBL na napakagandang liga sa Pilipinas. Tsaka napapasalamat din ako kay kung Mikey Romero sa suporta niya sa akin. Tsaka konting message lang sa mga lahat ng mga sports. Kaya nyo yan. Ako nga, kaya ko isang boxer. Kahit sa basketball, kaya nyo yan. Patuloy lang kayong mangarap. Patuloy nyo lang pangarap nyo. At saka, kayang-kaya yan. Arriba Zamboanga, Viva Valentes.
Ayun na nga. Thank you once again to our WBO Intercontinental Bantamweight Champion. Baka susunod, Jonas, basketball lang naman makita sa Zamboanga Valientes. Maglalaro naman daw si Jonas. But we'll be back for halftime. This is once again the WNBL Finals.
Thank you.
So again, passing inside to Del Carmen for that reverse layup. That is good for the Lady Generals.
4 seconds on the shot clock. Ariana Lim against Valenzuela. Shot clock winding down and Ariana Lim scores. And that one down.
Larangan, handang pakita sa mundo, kayang ipaglaban, malambot man sa paningin, hindi mapipigilan, handang sumugod at hindi papayag maapakan. Hirap.
Gloriani. Inside pass to Galicia for two. Beautiful pass by AJ Gloriani and Joy Galicia completes that alley-oop pass.
Kahit na ito'y suntok sa buwan, tama diskarte, di papayag, di makaabante, mga kilos wala pa keme, hawak, bola na pahati-ate.
Lim now with 9 rebounds on pace for a double-double. Nice move by Diane Ventura for two. Diane Ventura with a sidestep move.
WNBL, WNBL, WNBL.
Tura loses the basketball. Fast break now, Kapilit. Nice fake by Kapilit. Gets that layup to go. This fast break opportunity was completed by Lorraine Kapilit with that beautiful fake. Her defender just didn't know where she was gonna go. Paraon gets faked out of her shoes.
Hirap ang laro, lalong nanggigigil. Kayang tumbasan, kahit napaangasan. Babaeng mantinas, kahit ano ay kasabayan.
Warm greetings to everyone. Wow, we've come to the conclusion of the first ever Pia Cayetano Women's National Basketball League. What an accomplishment to even be a part of this. I know that there's always winners and there's always losers, but really to be a part of this epic tournament is an accomplishment during these trying times of COVID. So I'd like to make special mention not just to the players, to the coaches, to the sponsors, and to the referees and everyone who has been a part of this. Good job. Now, of course, there will always be a winner, and for that reason, I have to say congratulations to the Taguig Lady Generals. I'm so proud of you. Alam nyo na yan, of course. But really continue to be a shining example to all the players, especially the young girls out there, to all the kids who aspire to be a winner, to be a success in whatever they do. So all the best to everyone here. Continue to shine. If you can do well in basketball, you can do well in anything. Use the same ethic and hard work that you give to the game in everything that you do in life. God bless you.
As you see our halftime stats, Kara.
So the story of the game here so far is the free throws for the Lady Generals. They forced the Lady Aces to commit early in the with their fouls. So they were in foul trouble early in the game, which sent the Lady Generals to the line multiple times, and the Lady Generals were able to convert 57.1% free throws earlier in the game, which explains their lead today coming into the second half of the game.
As you start the third quarter now, with the Lady Generals up by 2 points against the Lady Aces, as Parañaque gets the ball back after that loose ball foul called on the Lady Generals. Angeles gets it now. Almost loses it. Nice steal. Good hands by Taguig. Taguig comes away with an easy layup.
And once again, the Taguig Lady Generals converting off of the turnovers from the Lady Aces.
Again, another steal by Taguig. Season now pulls up from 3. Too strong. Rebound by Parañaque. Parañaque, though, struggling to get the ball across half court. And that is an 8-second violation. So again, 3 straight turnovers, Kara, for Parañaque.
And once again, as we said earlier, that the Taguig Lady Generals will force those turnovers. They're gonna add pressure to the Parañaque Lady Aces. As we can see, the Lady Aces now have 11 turnovers as compared to the 7 turnovers of the Lady Generals.
With the Lady Aces having trouble taking care of the basketball. Castro, elbow jumper. That is good for Claire Castro. Showing that she can also shoot outside.
Would you believe that Claire Castro actually has a smooth 3-point shot?
Again,
For someone her height.
Castro showing us that she can shoot outside. What a hard person to defend on the basketball court with her height and, of course, added skill as Fortaleza misses on the short step jumper. Castro, look at how she towers over everybody. Aliana Lim also a big player on the court. Fades away, draws the foul, will go to the free throw line. Lim misses on the first free throw. Lim can cut into the lead. Makes a second. Ball will go now to Taguig. Del Carmen with the basketball. Crossing over. Passes it inside. Let's see if they challenge the defense of Castro. Castro's outside of the paint. 4 seconds on shot clock. Forcing the issue. Draws a foul. Will go to the free throw line. Castro can't believe she was called for a foul.
And there you go again, Sophie Felizarta taking advantage of her speed over Claire Castro with that drive. Look at that aggressive drive by Sophie Felizarta.
Definitely a foul by Castro as we see the body hitting Felizarta. Second free throw goes in as the Aces now tie the ball game at, the Lady Generals push into a 2-point ball game again. Lim all alone. Nice recovery by Lim. Ties the ball game at 39. Del Carmen crossing over. Now attacking to the corner to Bacaro. Back to Kapilit. Felizarta again pulling Castro out of the paint. Felizarta trying to attack. Gets away. Castro just gobbles that rebound. Inside, Lim again. Lim. Fadeaway is good for Eliana Lim. Eliana Lim starting to take over now for Parañaque. Carmen asking for a screen. Felizarta. Bacaro open three. That is good for Marichu Bacaro. They take the lead back. Parañaque again, bringing the ball around, drives to the middle. Floater is good. AJ Gloriani gives them back the lead.
You know, Andre, earlier before the game, I asked AJ Gloriani what she wanted to work on for this game, and she did say that she wanted to fix her field goal percentage since she struggled last game with those floaters and layups. And now she's converting them more than her three-point shots, which is something, as you see there in your screen, that's AJ Gloriani converting her floater. And as she said, as she promised, she would also make those shots. And also Marichu Bacaro answering with that tough two-point shot.
So again, another lead change. Angeles to Lim. Castro gets it down low. Castro, let's see if she sees Kapilit. No foul ball, no basket is called by the referee. Felizarta gets called for that foul. Dalia comes in. Lim gets it. Castro all alone inside. Castro, easy shot for Claire Castro. So that Lim-Castro connection now doing damage for Parañaque here in the third quarter. Del Carmen versus speed to Kapilit. To Bacaro. Bacaro made one from the same spot. Almost made another one. Lim secures the rebound. What a rebound by Lim. Reyes to Tingkang. Nice passing by Parañaque for an easy shot by Angeles. That forces a timeout from Taguig as they give it up a couple of points. As we see beautiful passing by Parañaque. Tingkang draws in the defense, gets it to Angeles for an easy layup for the Aces. We'll be back in a bit. This is WNBL Finals. Back to the ball game as we see Duazo on screen right now, but that last play was converted by Angeles, giving the Aces a rare 3-point lead. Let's see what Taguig has for an answer after that timeout.
Duazo has been quiet this game with still no points and 4 personal fouls already. So let's see if Duazo can come back and contribute for the Lady Generals in this quarter.
Duazo being guarded by Lim. Lim active hands. Kapilit, nice fake floater for Kapilit. The short Duazo gets the offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Del Carmen. Nice passing now by Taguig, but Lim is there. Recovers well. Del Carmen for 3. In and out. That was halfway in for Del Carmen. Foul is called on Del Carmen, and that looks to be penalty for the Lady Generals if that is the 5th team foul. So shots all the way after the next foul of the Lady Generals. Parañaque trying to add to this lead. Angeles using the limb screen. Inside to Castro. Castro kicks it out to Reyes. Open 3-point shot. Too strong. Rebound. Will go back to Parañaque. Lim gets it to the corner. Angeles, she likes the shot. Angeles draws the foul. Gandalia saying she just put up her hands, but our referee saw otherwise. That is 3 shots for Angeles. So Cara Angeles providing a spark for Parañaque now, giving them a lead here in the 3rd quarter.
One of the crucial players for the Parañaque Lady Aces is Jen Angeles. We missed her, I believe, last game. Last game, Jen Angeles only garnered 2 points. So there you go on your screens. Jen Angeles attempting that 3-point shot and getting fouled, and she makes 3 free throws. So which puts the Lady Aces up 50-44.
Where will Taguig find an answer? They're having trouble scoring the basketball here in the 3rd as Bacaro gets it across, back to Del Carmen. Duazo thought about it, drives against Lim. Gandalia breaks down the defense of Castro, gets fouled by Claire Castro. Castro can't believe that foul, complains to the referee as Gandalia would head to the free throw line. First foul on Claire Castro. That is surprising considering the amount of shots that she contests inside.
And there you see Gandalia driving it strong to the basket, getting that foul from Claire Castro with the hard fall. But she looks fine right now. Yeah, there you see that Gandalia caught her foot off Tingkang. So that earns her 2 free throws as she misses her first.
As Gandalia hits every single part of the rim except for getting it to go down in the net. Unfortunate for Gandalia. Second free throw is good. Cuts that lead down to 5 with 3:43 remaining here in the third quarter. Parañaque with the basketball. Angeles again. Against Bacaro. Bacaro defending Angeles. Beats her to the step. Angeles trying to draw that foul. The ball will stay with Parañaque. 7 seconds to shoot. Reyes. Let's see if she recognizes the shot clock situation. She gets double teamed, loses the basketball. Good defense by Taguig. It's a play on. Del Carmen lines up the 3. That is good for Del Carmen. What a big shot for the Lady Generals. As Parañaque throws the ball away. Siat and Angeles, miscommunication. Big shot by Del Carmen. Look at this. Everybody stopped playing. Del Carmen drains the 3.
You can expect a lot of that from Del Carmen now. It's great to see her back coming off that ACL injury and finding her rhythm again from the 3-point line. Del Carmen hasn't been playing much this season, but then she's back here now and when it matters most. And there you have it, a stolen shot from Gandalia. They caught the Parañaque Lady Aces defense sleeping, and there you go. Sends her to the free throw line, tying the game and getting the lead.
So again, what a game of runs so far. Parañaque taking a lead. Taguig coming back, taking a lead of their own, and that is a loose ball foul on Del Carmen. So that means 2 shots now for the Lady Aces as they are in the penalty. Shot goes in as the Lady Aces tie it at 51. 3:05 remaining here in the third quarter. As the Generals lose the basketball, Del Carmen couldn't get that pass from Sison. Gloriani coming in for Reyes. Siat gets it to Angeles.
So we see here on your screens the turnovers. Lady Aces with 13 turnovers, while the Lady Generals have 8 turnovers. So that is also one of the stories of this game as to why the score now is tied. The Lady Generals were maximizing off their off of the turnovers of the Lady Aces.
But Taguig now fouling Parañaque, forcing them to shoot free throws with 2:49 remaining. Misses on the first. Both free throws doesn't go in for Parañaque as they lose the basketball to Angeles, but Angeles couldn't take advantage. Nice tap by Bacaro on Aliana Lim. Fast break opportunity. Bacaro tried to get it to Del Carmen and that gets tapped away. Generals with the basketball. Nice quick attack inside, in and out for Taguig. Missed opportunity. Gloriani against Del Carmen. Gloriani throwing that up, getting that to go. What a shot by Gloriani. Aces lead it by 2, Taguig. Gandalia against Lim. Gets it to Bacaro. Bacaro against Angeles. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Bacaro Nice fake by Bacaro. Couldn't hit on the shot. 1 second on the shot clock. They don't realize it. That shot clock violation for the Generals. Two-point ball game. Under 2 minutes to go here in the third. Siyat bringing the ball down for the Generals. Lim has it. Lim has been quiet. Trying to force the issue now. Lim misses on the layup. Rebound. And a foul is called on Taguig. So that means 2 shots again for Parañaque. So now Parañaque are taking advantage of the penalty situation, turning the tides on Taguig.
So, well, if you're the Taguig Lady Generals right now, you only have, if you want to beat this powerhouse of a team of the Lady Aces, you would really only have minimal space for errors. So every shot matters, every possession counts, and these tiny fouls, they really kill the momentum for the Taguig Lady Generals. So they really have to watch out for these small details.
Solis makes 1 out of 2, but that pushes the lead of the Lady Aces by 3. Again, Parañaque leads the series 1-0 as they can close it out with a win in this ball game. As Sison drives, forces the issue. Sison gets that lefty floater to go. That is a timeout called on the floor right now by Parañaque as we see Sison fending off the defense of Aliana Lim, challenging the bigger players. Gets that floater to go. Our score is 54-53 in favor of the Parañaque Lady Aces. As we see Janet Sison with a beautiful looking lefty floater. They cut this lead down to 1 as she's been leading her team today. She has 12 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. So almost a double-double for Janet Sison.
This is something crucial, very crucial for the Lady Generals rather. As Janet Sison is coming alive in Game 2, scoring already double digits as compared to her Game 1 where she only dropped 3 points.
That is the reason why their score is close as the Gig Generals, they're stepping up today against the Parañaque Lady Aces. Kapilit drives left, floater also for Kapilit, goes in, takes the 1-point lead. Siyat Doriani passing the ball around. Parañaque this time now facing a deficit. Good defense by Taguig. Taguig with a bit more active defense right now. Angeles for 3. That is good for Jen Angeles. Back and forth ball game we have here for you guys in Game 2. Sison puts the ball up, gets it to Duazo. Kapilit again with the basketball. Duazo. Gandalia for 3. Gandalia couldn't hit that shot. Galicia has it. She has to bring the ball down. And we have a Turnover by Parañaque. Taguig now. Duazo has to get it across, draws the foul against Parañaque. Galicia gives up the foul. Del Carmen comes in for Hortaleza as the Generals can get off one last shot to end the quarter. 5 seconds remaining. Season to Galicia. Galicia for three. That doesn't go for Taguig as the Lady Aces take a lead heading into the fourth quarter, as it was an action-packed third quarter between both of these teams. As you see some highlights here, Aliana Lim earlier on in that quarter was very aggressive, as well as Marichu Bacaro hitting on that big three. Look at this, Kapilit as well, showing some life for Taguig, while Angeles hitting that big three-point shot for Parañaque to give them a 2-point lead heading into the fourth quarter, 57-55. As you see Lorraine Kapilit on screen, trying to lead her team to a victory in this game. She already has 12 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists, so playing a better game, Kara, this time around compared to game 1.
Tin Kapilit is getting more touches on the ball this game as compared to last game, where it looks like the Lady Generals actually adjusted on getting Tin Kapilit free.
Season trying to bring the ball down. He has a hard time, turns it over against Parañaque. So Parañaque now bringing out the full court defense against Taguig.
Something Parañaque hasn't done in a while, and it looks like it's working, forcing that turnover with Taguig. So let's see if the Parañaque Lady Aces can actually pull off that full court pressure the whole fourth quarter.
As we have a foul called on Taguig. Taguig passionately complaining and saying that there was no foul called. Let's see what happens here. Gloriani trying to break away from the defense as her arm gets hooked up, and that's what they're saying. But again, Parañaque missing on that shot. Duazo couldn't handle the pass. Parañaque will maintain possession.
So this is something the Lady Generals will actually have to work on right now, is to close out this game against the Lady Aces if they want to see another game next week. So let's hope that the Lady Generals actually make the most out of these turnovers from the Lady Aces.
Season gets the ball, and if you're a Parañaque fan, you want him to close them out today to win the championship. Duazo to Del Carmen. Del Carmen hit one earlier, makes another one. Del Carmen, 2 3-pointers here in the second half. Our referees are saying, Gary, that was just a 2-point shot. Her foot was at the line, so you're just tied at 57 apiece. Galicia drives. Nice move! Gets that layup to go. Aces up by 2. Gandalia trying to find somebody to pass the ball to. Gets it to Del Carmen. Del Carmen to Duazo. Inside, nice passing. Season just too strong on that attempt. Aliana Lim ahead of the pack. Faster than everybody else. Gets that lip to go.
So this is where experience is starting to kick in for the Parañaque Lady Aces, as they have more experienced players in terms of finals bouts. As Aliana Lim, you have Aliana Lim, Galicia here, Siat. These players.
And that is a potential 4-point play for Monique Del Carmen, who's come alive here in the second half.
As I was saying, these players are experienced, and also we have Monique Del Carmen making this crucial three-point shot. She's made 3 crucial three-point shots actually. And Monique, you can expect this from Monique Del Carmen, as she has been to the finals in the UAAP multiple times already, as she finished an undefeated slate with the NU Lady Bulldogs.
And she ties the ball game with that free throw at 61. Or supposedly ties the ball game at 61 apiece. Angeles gets that layup to go. So another 2 points for Parañaque. But Del Carmen single-handedly keeping Taguig in this game, not allowing Parañaque to create any separation.
So this is what you want to see from Del Carmen. She is the UAAP Finals MVP for the 2019 season. And after that ACL tear, you'd expect for her to be less aggressive. But now you're seeing her become more aggressive in this game, even after sitting out for how many games this season. So that's something you want to see in Del Carmen, her aggressiveness and the way she plays.
You know, Kara, as a person who also suffered an ACL tear, it's hard to get back into that mentality of being aggressive again on the court, as you always have that in the back of your mind that, you know, it happened once, maybe it could happen again. But we're not seeing that from Monique Del Carmen. She's playing such a great game today, as well as Marichu Bacaro, who hit on that short floater again to tie this ball game at 63.
You know, Andre, I understand that very well, because I too also tore my ACL in the
Hey,
UAAP.
great! Not great, but I have somebody here who tore their ACL as well, as both teams now scoring on back-to-back buckets. And it's hard to get that. For me, the hardest part, aside from it's not the physical therapy, it's more of the mental aspect of getting back into the ball game, you know, and trying to find the same aggressiveness that you used to have.
That's very true. Not all players get back the same way, but then, as they say, what I've heard before is that if you do tear your ACL, or if you come off a major injury, then most likely you'd get back stronger. So here you have Aliana Lim taking it strong again to the basket. She doesn't want to lose. Aliana Lim, you can see it in her face that she wants to win. And then you have Sophie Felizarta here converting for the Taguig Lady Generals, keeping them in the game as the score is tied at 65.
But here's an interesting development, Kara. Janet Sison just twisted her ankle on that last play, so she's subbed out now. She's limping a little bit. So as we were talking about injuries, a big injury if Sison doesn't get back into the ball game for Taguig.
So what's nice about the Taguig Lady Generals is that even if one player is down, one scorer is down, you still have Tin Capilit, you still have Del Carmen, you have Marichu Bacaro, so their bench is pretty deep in terms of scorers.
But speaking of taking over, Aliana Lim now trying to take over for Parañaque. Bacaro hangs in the air, drains that jump shot. Offense coming alive here in the fourth quarter for both of these teams. Lim gets it. Gonna bring the ball down against a smaller Capilit. Del Carmen. This is a matchup. Monique Del Carmen against Aliana Lim. Ball being passed around. Parañaque. Short jumper. In and out. Rebound goes to Taguig. Bacaro. Their coach is saying go. Bacaro is going to force the issue. Draws the blocking foul.
And there you go again, Marichu Bacaro giving her 110% in this game as the Lady Generals try to fight for another day.
Marichu Bacaro gives them a 1-point lead off of that free throw. As you have a platoon substitution by Parañaque. Claire Castro coming in. Bacaro, 2 out of 2. Gives the Generals a 2-point lead. Parañaque now trying to break this full court D of Taguig. Castro gets it. Castro too strong on that pass, forcing Taguig forcing the turnover. So uncharacteristically, Castro gets a turnover.
So if the viewers are wondering why Claire Castro is inbounding the ball and getting the ball at the backcourt, it's because she towers over everyone. So with the pressure defense that the Generals are giving the Aces, it's Claire Castro who can oversee everything.
Castro again inbounding. Gang breaks away. She's all alone. Drives inside. Too strong on the layup. Lim is there. Lim with a putback. She gets fouled. She will go to the free throw line. Season back in the ball game, even though she twisted her ankle. She gets called for her third foul. 4:29 remaining, heading into the last few minutes of this ball game, and what a ball game we've had for you guys so far. Yana Lim, 2 out of 2 at the line, calmly sinks both to tie this ball game at 69. Season to inbound, gets it to Bacaro. Bacaro attacking Tigang. Passes it. Felizarta gets blocked after challenging Castro. Reyes. After Angeles to Lim. Nice fake by Lim. Floater. Let's see. Is good for Aliana Lim. Aliana Lim now dominating this fourth quarter. Realizing that it's time. It's winning time for Parañaque. Starting to come alive. Felizarta. Taking advantage for speed. No goal this time. Gets the ball back. Gets hounded by Lim. And that is a jump ball situation between Aliana Lim and Felizarta. As we see this block here once again by Claire Castro. Probably her 6th block of the ball game as Lim gets the shooter's roll to bounce that ball in. And that layup, no good for Parañaque, but again, 2 more free throws for the Lady Aces. That is Claire Castro's 6th block, by the way, on that previous possession. As Reyes heads to the line. Misses on the first. Well, that is a big miss by Reyes with 3:36 remaining. This fourth quarter is just going by pretty fast as both of these teams are just shooting the lights out so far compared to the previous. Quarters. Garment to inbound. 4.7 seconds on the shot clock. Season. Long two. That is good for Janet Season. 1-point ball game as we have a timeout called on the floor. As the Lady Aces are clinging onto this 1-point lead, 72-71. Good play by Parañaque to free up Janet Season for a long 2-point shot. We'll be back in a bit. Our score is 72-71 in favor of the Parañaque Lady Aces. As you see, Aliana Lim winning our MVP for the season. Starting to take over here in the fourth quarter, doing a little bit of everything in this ball game. Aliana Lim definitely showing why she is the MVP of the WNBL. Already with 28 points. What a dominating performance, Kara, from Aliana Lim.
So Aliana Lim showing, as you said, Andre, showing why she deserved that MVP award. She's already dominating at 28 points. She doesn't want to lose this, as they said earlier, they want to finish this season undefeated with a clean slate.
And what a season it would be if they win this undefeated. That's hard to do in any league, to go undefeated. So Parañaque trying to go for a clean sweep. But again, Taguig has other plans as Season hits on the first free throw. Season gives him a 1-point lead, 3:06 remaining. Almost a steal, and that is a turnover by... No. It remains with Parañaque. Almost a turnover by Parañaque. Gloriani bringing the ball down. Gets tapped away by Bacaro. Castro has it. She has to go across. Lim. Crossover by Lim. Angeles gets it back. Thought about it. Now being hounded by Bacaro. Very aggressive defense by Bacaro. That's a pretty scary stare of Bacaro to the referees.
She really wants to win this game.
The look in her eye, really, the fire in the eye of Marichu Bacaro. As Castro gets it to Angeles. Angeles draws the foul. And that is the 15th foul on the Lady Generals. So, again, the rest of the way, Parañaque is shooting too. Gloriani, Tigkang, puts up a three. No, rebound. And that ball will go to the Taguig Generals. So Taguig catches a break there. Gets it to Bacaro. Inside.
So this is something we'd like to see, is how the Lady Generals will adjust to Claire Castro back inside the game.
Bacaro just misses on that jumper. Gets it to Castro. Angeles running down court. Nice passing. Floater doesn't go. Rebound goes to Lim. Lim dominates inside. Gets that one and gives them a lead. Aliana Lim now with 30 points in the ball game. She scored almost half of the points. Of the Lady Aces. What a That will stay with Taguig. As we have a player hurt on the floor. Angeles got hit hard on that last play. We'll be back as the Lady Aces lead it by 1, 74-73. As you see, Marichu Bacaro living up to what she said at the start of the ball game. 110% for her, 20 points in this ball game. What a game by Marichu Bacaro. Monique Del Carmen gets it to Duazo. Back to Season. Season, floater, doesn't go. Rebound goes to Bacaro, pulls up from 3. That is good for Marichu Bacaro. What a shot by Bacaro. And she's the first to the basketball. And we have somebody hurt on the floor. As that looks like a bad injury.
There you go, Marichu Bacaro making that crucial three-point shot for the Taguig Lady Generals to keep them ahead of this game by 2 points. But then again, fouls are killing their momentum. Marichu Bacaro committed her 4th personal foul. That's very crucial too. She has to watch her fouls if she wants to stay in the game and contribute for the Taguig Lady Generals.
And that's going to be free throws for Parañaque after that really strong foul. And I think this is... They hit knees on that play. They banged knees on that play. Bacaro also holding on to her left knee. Let's see what happens here. Bacaro tried to cut in front of her. Actually a pretty scary foul. As...
Oh, okay.
Okay, that was a pretty bad hit to the knee.
Yeah, you saw Tingkang step on Bacaro's leg actually, giving her that bad fall.
And she kind of twisted her knee in the process of doing that.
Not a sight that you want to see in this game.
Any injury is bad, as Tingkang still on the floor after that play. And they're asking her to breathe a little bit and give her space, as you would know, Karen. Any injury, especially knee injuries, aren't the scariest injuries for basketball players. As Tingkang still on the floor. Hopefully it's nothing serious. But she definitely is hurt pretty bad. As we have 134 remaining here. 76-74 after that big three-point shot by Marichu Bacaro, as we need the wheelchair now for Tingkang. As that was a pretty bad fall.
Let's hope it's nothing serious for Tingkang here.
Tingkang will go out of the ball game after that really serious injury, and she needs to be carried off the floor. And they shouldn't put any weight on that knee to stop any further things happening on that right knee, as that's the one that got twisted after stepping on the foot of Marichu Bacaro.
But you'd have to commend the aggressiveness also of Tingkang in this finals bout. Tingkang, last game she was she scored. She didn't really score much last game, but her aggressiveness and her presence on the court is something you'd appreciate from a bench player for the Lady Aces.
And she plays really good defense for them. That's her role on the team. As Tinggang needs to be pulled out of the ball game for now after that really bad fall. As Parañaque will now shoot 2 with 1:34 remaining. They can tie the ball game on these shots. As our referees are checking the shot of Marichu Bacaro, if it was definitely a 3-point shot.
Let's see it again here on the screen. Yes, that is a clear 3-point shot. Oh,
She steps in, so it might be a 2.
it's tough to see from that angle because you don't know if her shoe was actually on the line or past that line.
And they're saying it was a 3-point shot, so the score will remain 76-73. I think this is a better angle. And looks like she just barely clears it, but they count it as a 3-point shot.
Maybe if her foot was bigger, then that would have been a 2-point
That was a
shot.
KD thing. If you had the size of Kevin Durant's shoe, stepping on the line would be an issue on a 3-point shot, like what happened to them in the playoffs. As they get the first free throw to go. Next one can tie the ball game. This is a finals game between these two teams. Season misses, airballs that shot. Again, inside, Castro all alone. Castro gets double teamed. One step, Castro fades away. Castro misses.
And there you have
Bacaro.
Marichu Bacaro taking it all the way but misses. Again, as I said earlier, crucial for the Lady Generals to convert those shots.
That shot, that is a foul! Plus the bucket for Gloriani. What a big shot for Parañaque.
And there you go, AJ Gloriani, when it matters most.
That can be the backbreaker for the Taguig Lady Generals, as that shot was made by AJ Gloriani. Castro gets the putback. And we have a timeout called on the floor. As Parañaque, when it matters most, gets the big shots and the big rebound. Claire Castro is there to clean up and give them a big 5-point lead for 37.2 seconds remaining. 81-76 in favor of Parañaque. Back to the ball game as the Lady Aces are looking to close this out after that 5-point possession. On that last play as Gloriani hit on the 3, then Castro gets the offensive putback. If you're Parañaque, you're just looking for one last stop. Lady Aces still have 2 timeouts left. The Lady Generals have exhausted all of their timeouts. The Aces need 1 stop to win this game, while Taguig needs some offense. Del Carmen for 3, in and out. Lim secures the rebound, throws it out. They have time. They don't need to shoot the basketball as Taguig needs the foul. As that ball will stay with Parañaque.
Like I said earlier, it's experience again that's making the difference here for Parañaque Lady Aces, as they have more experience on the court right now with these veteran players over a younger Lady Generals team.
And we have a timeout by Parañaque as they look up to draw one last play to get the ball in as Taguig needs the foul. We'll be back in a bit. The score is 81-76. As you see, AJ Gloriani, you said it earlier, Cara, she wanted to play a big role in this game after playing well in game 1, and she has done it here in this ball game, leading her team for a potential championship.
And there you have it, AJ Gloriani with 12 points, 4 assists, and 1 steal. And not the same 3-point percentage as last game, but she's making the difference right now for the Parañaque Lady Aces, contributing and fulfilling her promise of fixing her field goal percentage in this game.
And she made those threes when it counted, as Castro looks to add the last few points as the game doesn't have a timeout remaining. They have to put the ball in, and that is a steal by Angeles, who gets it off the foot of Marichu Bacaro, and that is a turnover for Taguig, and that looks to be it, Cara, for this ball game. I'm not saying the door is closed, but it's halfway there, as Parañaque is starting to celebrate already.
And there you have it, this David and Goliath matchup.
Ends up with Goliath winning.
Yes, ends up with Goliath winning because Claire Castro, when it matters most, she's there to convert those shots.
As Castro making those big shots here at the end. It was such a good fight by Taguig, playing so much better than game 1. But again, as you said, Cara, experience really paying off as Aliana Lim gets called for the unsportsmanlike foul. So this is an interesting development with 3.8 seconds remaining.
And there you see it, Aliana Lim with the flagrant foul.
She wasn't going for the basketball on that play. It looks like she was just bringing down.
It was an unnecessary foul for her to make because there's only 3 seconds left on the game clock. So very unusual for Aliana Lim to do. But then there you have it on your screens, Aliana Lim, your season MVP.
Playing like an MVP this game.
With 30 points in this finals game 2 and leading her team to what is an undefeated season.
As it's a 7-point ball game, Taguig will shoot and will have possession. But again, 83-76. Claire Castro, almost a triple-double, Cara, with her stat line.
So there you have it, Claire Castro contributing to the Lady Aces Game 2 finals and what we have is a championship, I believe, with three 3 seconds left. And
As Aliana Lim has to go to the penalty box on top of the stands for the last 3.8 seconds of the ball game. It's just a bit funny to me. But again, that's the rules, that she has to go up there and spend the rest of the game watching. But of course, we'll see her down here as Taguig, again, same story from last time, a bit too late when it comes to points as Del Carmen pulls up from 3, and that is an air ball as Parañaque takes it and wins the first ever WNBL championship by beating the Taguig Lady Generals 83-78. Congratulations to the Parañaque Lady Aces as you see them celebrating on the floor. Well-deserved undefeated season for the Parañaque Lady Aces. Look at that, the celebration for the Parañaque Lady Aces. As of course they want to do this also for Tingkang, who got injured earlier but is celebrating at the sidelines. But we're going to be talking more about this championship in a short while as we wrap things up. Congratulations to the Parañaque Lady Aces as Aliana Lim and company take home the championship with an unbelievable, undefeated season for the Parañaque Lady Aces. And it was a well-fought match from the Taguig Lady Generals, who brought the game to the Parañaque Aces, as most of the game they were just trading leads until that big 3-point shot by Gloriani and put back by Castro, just breaking this game wide open in the last few seconds. So congratulations once again to Parañaque and also to Taguig, as we'll be talking to our best player of the ball game in a short while. The Lady Aces win the series 83-78.
Have a big hand to our runners-up team. For the Pia Cayetano WNBL 2021 season runners-up, Taguig City Lady Generals. And at this point, we'd like to call in the Executive Vice President, Ms. Rose Montreal. And the Pia Cayetano WNBL 2021 season champions. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Parañaque Lady Aces! Blanche Bahuyan, Mina Reyes, Chris Tolentino, Jen Angeles, MJ Galicia, AJ Gloriani, Janina Solis, April Siat, Meridin Tingkang, Aliana Lim, Vanessa Santos, Claire Castro, Tanya de la Merced, Stephanie Ventura, and Jamie Alcoy. Head coach is J.N. Cruz. Ladies and gentlemen, the Pia Cayetano WNBL 2021 season champions, your Parañaque Lady Aces! Receiving 20,000 pesos from Surge Fitness and Lifestyle. And to announce our finals MVP, here's the Executive Vice President, Ms. Rose Montreal.
Our Pia Cayetano Season 2021 Finals MVP with final average of 11.5 points, 63% on 3 points field goal, and 3 points assists per game. She's no other than WNBL Exicom, AJ Gloriani. To ask our finals MVP, AJ Gloriani, for her short message.
Unang-una, I would like to thank Taguig Generals for giving us a good fight. Talagang pinahirapan nila kami ngayon. And kudos sa teammates ko, syempre lahat kami naghirap. And lahat pinakita na deserve namin tong championship na to. Thank you sa WNBL and sa lahat po ng bumubuo nito. Ma'am Rose, to you specifically. Thank you, Parañaque Aces Management. Sirs, thank you. Yun lang. Nice one, team!
Once again, congratulations to our finals MVP, AJ Gloriani, and to the champion team, the Pia Cayetano WNBL 2021 season champions. For another time, let's put our hands together for Parañaque Lady Aces!
And congratulations to the Parañaque Lady Aces for winning our Pia Cayetano 2021 season championship, as they're celebrating together with their finals MVP, AJ Gloriani, who hit that big shot to beat the Taguig Generals. As this is it for the WNBL, our first ever season. Congratulations once again to Parañaque. We'll be back soon with more WNBL, so stay tuned for that as we head on over to Game 2 of the NBL coming your way soon. Thank you everyone for tuning in. In behalf of my partner Cara Buendia, my name is Andre Cole. Up next, we have the Pampanga Delta against the La Union Power.